All right, Coach. Coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go! 60 outlaw!
Clock now on first down. And incomplete to open things up.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lock, throw left side. It's reeled in by Hamilton. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
3rd and 2. Lock's going to throw. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Let's go now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Desmond King making the tackle.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
18 Gator. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. 5.
On 2nd and 7, Lock completes it to Fant on the right side. 19 yards there on the catch and run. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They go counter with Howard. Evades the tackler, and now some space. That good for 22 and a first down.
But when you call back-to-back plays that gain that type of yardage, you fall into a nice, easy rhythm as a play caller, and you gain some confidence early, too.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
180. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
On first down, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Hey, ball. 47. Check. Hey, Foxtrot. I got him.
On third down, Trubisky. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Give him 32 on the play.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Check, 47. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Rush in.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Alert. Check 91.
Now on 2nd and 13, Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Switch. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Red, go. Let him know. 47 Mike. Mike 47. Here we go, team.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's got his man. It's Williams. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 26.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, zoom. 47 to Mike, boy, 47. Check, 47.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On 2nd and 12, Locke. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
These two teams all tied after 1. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line. Check back, check back. Check. Check safety.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 38-yard line.
Mike 91. Alert. Hey, 18. Check 20. Hey, Alpha.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this complete to Henry over the middle. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Check pass. Shoot. Hey, high 7.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. It became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Now a man who punted for the Broncos for 6 years, Britton Colquitt, on to kick it away as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Check right.
Now Howard. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st down, Locke. And he rifles one incomplete. Cortland Sutton is the man he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Block will try again on 2nd down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
You got nothing. Mike's 47.
Play action. It's Trubisky. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Todd Davis gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Trubisky to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. Watch the curl. 47 Mike. 47 Mike. Mike 47. I know he is.
Now it's Trubisky. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. The fullback wide. And an alley to run. And he's got this down to the 35. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run on 1st down with Jackson. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch tight. Watch tight. Tight is right. 4 down. Check. Orbit. 47's the mic, boy. 47. Check. 47. Here we go. 47's the mic. Alert. 18. Hey, Haywood. Hey, check Mike 47. Check Mike 47. I got one.
Now Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And great return as they're finally able to take him down. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. After the turnover, here's Locke. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
All right, everybody in the house had to figure that was going to be a one-yard plunge. I know I was fooled. How about you?
Absolutely. I had to readjust my eyes when it was a play fake. Good job defensively, though, to not bite.
Too bad that didn't end the series. They still have to hold in there.
Try to punch it in with Howard. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hey, 18. Bang, bang. Check 99. 10 hands up. Shoot. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Alert. Blue.
Here's Trubisky. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Mike Williams, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Check.
Now it's Trubisky. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Gordon. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Red, top. Topper. Check nine.
'They go play action with Trubisky. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
They run with Howard. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Mike 5'9",
On 3rd down, Locke. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
91 is the mic. 5. Check 15. Hey, alert. Begin. Shift. Watch the shift.
Trubisky will throw. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. Trubisky now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Trubisky to throw again. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Alert, 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 alert.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go, let's go. 18, 18. 47 Mike, 47 Mike. Mike, 47. Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Mike's 47.
Here's Trubisky to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. With good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Throwing on 2nd down. Trubisky. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Locke. This complete left side to Aguilar. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Nelson Aguilar. His 1st touchdown of the new season as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
They'll go option on second down, right side. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a third down.
Set, ready? 10 logo.
50 seconds to Mike. What's the run? They're running it.
49, check 49, check 49.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Hey, exit. Get it.
From the gun on third down, Locke. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been terrific so far.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now Gordon on first down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Alert, 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 alert.
2nd and 3. And that'll be incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. You were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hey, ball. Out. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, alert.
Check 91 is the Mike. Mike 91.
Alert.
Shoot.
They're going to look to throw. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Move, move, move. Mike's 47. 47. Drop deep, drop deep. Both sevens.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Bandit.
Again, it's Trubisky. His throw incomplete. Eric Rowe that time able to knock that pass away.
Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they're going to the middle of the field when they're running the out cut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Come on, D. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
Kill, 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 kill. Hey, turn it up, turn it up.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long.
Slam. Check 3, check 3.
Hey, 18.
47 Mike, 47 Mike. Mike, 47. Check, 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 check. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Blue.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Ready, break.
49's the mic. 49's the mic. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Lock now on 1st down. Completes it to Fant on the right side. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Okay, ready?
Watch 49.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. He'll get 3 up to midfield. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 26.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Lock now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Lock now on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sutton. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Running with Howard. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They go with Howard again. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The kick by McManus is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing here, Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Check that he won.
Trubisky to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 29.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Down, 50, plant. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Get it.
The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 48-yard line.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Denver, it's a dream start. 2 wins in 2 early road games. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.